We understand.
We are more interested in focusing on the economy. The more goods you are able to move, the ability to move goods will also propel the growth of the economy. So basically, the emphasis is, look, the president wants us to create jobs. You can see people who are working there. That's a factory that will produce coaches and locomotives in Nigeria. Now, when you stop at all the stations, people are working. Basically, so we are creating employment with the intention of using transportation as a vehicle for such employment generation. Now, we're able to move people and goods around the country. Now, the intention here is they were taking loans from China, but we are physically delivering on this. And like the loan is specific, it's tied to projects. So we don't see the money. The money is spent through the Chinese company that comes to deliver the goods. They should have finished in May. The reason why they've not finished in May is COVID. We can hear what we're telling them. We're telling them, COVID or no COVID, it has to get to a stage that work must be done. So they should do what they're doing now. What they're doing is they're testing every staff. They are getting every staff to wear their face mask. We are asking them to introduce face shield on the face mask and increase the number of workers that they have, which they say they will do. They are saying April. They won't be able to say anything until because they are supposed to finish by May, but they couldn't finish in May because of COVID. They are projecting that between now and May they should be able to finish. But when it now came to but the good work, speed is high, but not enough. 80% completed. We want them to hurry and complete it. The one of Agege is where they've done up to 60%, but we think they can They promised that before December they will be able to finish nearly all the stations.
Trip we've made together. And I said, I'm sure you will share my own position too. Because we've all been here together since 6:30 in the morning. And from Ebutemeta, we went with the old locomotive to Apapa to see the status of development there. And from there, we came back to Ebutemeta, and of course, we came together. We stopped in Agege, we stopped in Kajola, we stopped in Papalanto, we stopped in Abeokuta. And I think there's no better way to answer Nigerians as to what we have done with the money we borrowed all over the world than this trip. You have seen that this trip, you've seen firsthand yourselves the stations, rolling stock, the people at work. This is a project that will outlast virtually all of us here. So we decided to embark. When the Honorable Minister invited me to this trip, I was very glad. And I said, rather than go to argue with naysayers, let you are the ears and eyes of Nigerians. Please come and see yourself what we are doing with the money we have borrowed. We didn't borrow money for services. We did not borrow money for overhead expenditures. We borrowed money for capital projects, rails, roads, bridges, power, generally infrastructure. And this is the first, this administration, of the series of inspections we are going to take along with you so that you can better enlighten Nigerians that there's nothing bad in borrowing, provided that borrowing is invested in infrastructure. There's nothing bad in borrowing, especially when that borrowing is going to create jobs or going to create an enable environment for the economy. I'm very excited, not because, just because I'm the Minister of Information. Because when I got into the train this morning, especially this one, it's as clean, as modern as any coach anywhere in the world. And I was also quite impressed with the passion of the Honorable Minister. You can see that at every point in time, he's pushing the contractors. Say, look, I can't wait till October. I'll come back in 4 weeks' time. Because we want to be able to deliver to Nigerians this kind of infrastructure. So I'll leave the stories to you to tell Nigerians, you'll be with us for the last probably 7 hours. And we've stopped at about 6, 7 stations. You can even see the enthusiasm and the passion of Nigerians everywhere we went. So I thank you very much for the opportunity, and I thank you for accompanying us. But really, I'm very impressed, and I hope that we'll also come back here for the commissioning of the stations and the entire Lagos-Ibadan standard gauge. Thank you.
So when we talk to the National Assembly to stop this their investigation of loan, they're not investigating corruption in construction. It's the issue of loan. What we meant is that they should please allow us get the loan for Ibadan to Kano, which is about $5.3 billion. Because if you're telling the man who lent you money that you don't like the way he lent you money, he won't lend you any further. That's the point. But for this one, we have 1.6 billion, for which we are contributing about between $200 and $300 million. But don't forget, they have not finished paying. They could stop at any time. Why not we wait until January? What we do is that we run until the President Commission seat. I'm not COVID. we have reduced. You have seen that the number of staff. For those of you who have been following us, you know that for every station we had 150 to 200 workers. But now you have 10, 20 workers. What we agree with them is to increase the number of workers and manage COVID very well. And what did we agree with them? They should come with their face mask, face shield, and come to work. Because like we also agree with them, it appears, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, that COVID has come to stay. And government has to run. We have to deliver our promises to the people because that's why we're elected, and that we don't have time. If we just sit in our houses waiting for COVID to end, it may end 2023. So let's hope that by January this thing will be ready.